the key part for me when it comes to vulnerability is when I'm willing to be vulnerable enough to say, I don't know,
Mm.
right? That's a very vulnerable space to be in because we are so conditioned to be in control or direction of our lives, of our knowledge, of our direction in what we're creating in the world, right? So to say, I don't know, is a very vulnerable and scary thing. But it's also the most freeing thing in the world. And sometimes the best answer and the best place you can be. Because then we're back to that space that we were talking about in our last podcast, which is the space of infinite potential, right?
Hmm.
When you don't know, that means your brain is done thinking that it has all the answers. And you can get back to the space of understanding that you don't need to know, you need to experience. And experiencing comes from that heart connection with the flow of life. And when you need to know, you'll know. And until you need to know, experience and engage and be vulnerable enough to know that you don't need to know right now.
Yeah.
And that connects you back to the experience. Because if you think you need to know what you're going to be doing 10 years from now, then you're stressing yourself out because you don't even know where you'll be 10 years from now. You can set a goal and then let it go
Hmm.
because who knows? And I've myself been there, like thinking, oh, I'm going to live in this place in 10 years and I'll be doing this job in 10 years. But this place and this job didn't align with me 10 years from then because I wasn't the same person that I was when I set that goal in that location.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know that. So I didn't need to know. Let go of the need and be vulnerable, if that makes sense.
It absolutely does. And I feel like it aligns with the need to know. It has a relationship with perfection,
Yeah.
right? It's a fear that if I don't know this, is someone going to think I'm stupid? Or is someone else going to think, I'm not prepared? Or is someone else not going to respect me? And so this goes back to this illusion of perfection and in a disconnect from who we truly are. When you do hear someone say, I don't know, as you said, I think that's a beautiful thing. That's a wonderful thing. That means that they're most likely very connected to who they are because they understand by saying that doesn't make them any less.
Oh,
As you said, it actually provides an opportunity for more.
yes.
And that's, as you say, experience. And I love that experience can help create uh, knowledge. And I feel like experience is another word for awareness.
Yes.
And you always, this is one of my favorite things in the world, you've always said, is that our knowledge is limited by our awareness. And so the more that we can expand our awareness, the more we can gain knowledge. And so experience is an actionable step of awareness. And so through that experience, we can gain more knowledge and then we can express. But perfectionism, again, is this limit. Yeah. And it keeps us in a box. But vulnerability keeps us open. It keeps us expansive. And none of us know all the answers. And so why I ever spent so much time and energy and stress around the fact that I didn't know something, as if I was the only person in the world who didn't know something,
Yeah.
is still to this day just mind blowing. Like why did I put myself through that?
And there's a fear. Like, I honestly understand it because there are others who will belittle you for not knowing,
Mhm.
but that's their ego, right? That's not yours. It doesn't have to be yours. You can choose to let it be your problem, but it doesn't have to be,
Right.
right?
And the irony is they don't know things either. So where's it coming? It's an unfounded belittlement.
Yes. And again, that goes back to vulnerability. Can I be vulnerable enough to let somebody think that I'm stupid because I don't know one thing?
Mhm,
Because I guarantee you, I know a lot of stuff that they don't know.
mhm,
They just happen to ask one question in one area where I don't know. But I would love to learn from them if they know.
mhm,
So by saying I don't know, maybe they can enlighten me. Maybe they can teach me. And I can be transparent enough to say, I don't know, instead of just BSing my way through and pretending like I know something that I don't know.